For centuries, the Polestar has guided explorers in their travels, and now Volvo's electric offshoot brand is taking on Tesla with this, the Polestar 2. The question is, does it lead the EV pack, or will it get lost in the wilderness? To find out, like the video, subscribe to our channel, and leave us a comment with your thoughts down below. Polestar used to specialise in creating high-performance Volvos, but since 2017 it's been a standalone brand focusing on electric cars. Its first mainstream offering is the economically titled 2, now offered in Australia in 3 variants to take on the likes of the Tesla Model 3, Hyundai Ioniq 5 and Kia EV6. It starts with a standard range single motor at $59,900 before on-road costs, but the range-topping long-range dual motor tested here is an extra 10 grand. Except it's not. To keep that initial cost down, Polestar has packaged a lot of the equipment into 3 options packs. As such, our fully loaded test car costs $88,900 before on roads. Let's cover off the $8,000 performance pack first, as it's only available on the dual motor all-wheel drive. It adds 20-inch Y-spoke alloy wheels with grippier Continental Sport Contact 6 tyres, massive 375mm Brembo front brakes, Öhlins adjustable dampers and gold calipers, valve caps and seat belts. The performance pack enhances what is, to our eyes at least, already a very good looking car. It's not really a hatch or a sedan or an SUV, but has elements of all 3, as well as design cues from the stunning limited edition Polestar 1 that launched the brand. The long-range Polestar 2 uses a 78 kWh battery and, as the dual motor name suggests, an electric motor at the front and rear. Combined, they produce an impressive 300 kilowatts and 660 Newton meters, which is enough for a claimed 4.7 second sprint from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour. Claimed maximum range is 480 kilometers, and charging takes around 8 hours on a 3-phase home charger, or 35 minutes to go from 10 to 80% on a DC fast charger. Polestar's commitment to lowering emissions isn't limited to the drivetrain, but continues in here. Instead of leather and plastics, the vegan interior mostly uses fabrics, along with some wood and more traditional piano black trim. I like it a lot. The minimalist design feels suitably Nordic, though the Polestar is actually built in China, and also well screwed together in general. As standard, the 2 has all the basic kit you'd expect at this price point, including keyless entry, LED lights, dual zone climate control, heated semi-electric front seats, auto lights and wipers, and an 8-speaker stereo. However, optioning the $6,000 plus pack improves things considerably, including a heat pump to reduce energy consumption, a full-length glass roof, fully electric front seats, a heated steering wheel and rear seats, a 13-speaker Harman Kardon stereo, wireless phone charging and WeaveTech upholstery, which is lighter than leather and primarily made from recycled materials. While there are a few cubby holes for various odds and ends, because the 2 is based on a traditional car platform, it doesn't take full advantage of its drivetrain layout like you might hope. For instance, it'd be great if this centre console was floating to allow for storage space underneath. On a more positive note, one of the highlights of the Polestar 2 experience is its Google-based infotainment. Simply log into your Google account. I just scanned a QR code on my iPhone and it loads up your contacts, your addresses, and allows you to install various Android apps into the system. The size, speed and ease of operation makes your traditional Apple CarPlay and the like seem a bit old hat, though if you want it, an over-the-air update should mean it's present in customer cars. Having full screen, high-res Google Maps navigation is a real benefit, and switching between various car, climate control and media functions is also very easy. The other screen you'll need to worry about is the digital instruments, which have a couple of screens to choose from, and the trip info is accessed here. While we're on the steering wheel, left-hand side handles the cruise control and the right are the audio controls. As with its equipment list, the Polestar 2's standard safety spec is decent, with plenty of active and passive safety measures resulting in a 5-star Euro NCAP rating. But blind spot warning, cross traffic alert, rear collision warning, adaptive cruise and emergency stop assist are part of the optional $5,000 pilot pack. You could certainly mount an argument for including this kit as standard. The pilot pack also adds a 360-degree camera. You can individually select the various cameras, though the rear one has a strange fisheye lens. Other Pilot Pack inclusions are cornering headlights, adaptive high beam and front and rear light sequences on startup. The only real causes for concern here in the back are the firmness of the seats and the fact that the glass roof slightly compromises headroom, though only really for those over 6 feet. Otherwise, heaps of room back here for two, but the door bins are on the small side. Nevertheless, the fold-down armrest has 2 cup holders, there's a pair of USB-C outlets to go with another pair in the front, controls for the heated seats, and these air vents are a good example of the quality of the Polestar. Cold to the touch, they feel like real metal, like something out of a Bentley. Isofix attachments are provided on the outer 2 seats with 3 top tethers. Practicality is where EVs tend to shine, as you don't need to worry about exhaust systems and the like taking up space. The Polestar's regular boot is pretty standard at around 360 litres, increasing to 1095 litres with the rear seats folded. Nothing amazing, though it is well equipped with a 12-volt outlet, 4 tie-down points, a pair of luggage hooks and LED lights and a ski port, but there are a couple of clever features. This divider can be used to hold items in place, and if you lift up the floor, you'll find another 41 litres of space, and the floor can be held in place using a stay. This is in addition to another 35 litres underneath the bonnet. The tailgate is electrically powered, but then so is the whole car. So what's it like to drive? It's still a novelty to just get in a car and go. No keys, no buttons, no noise, nothing. The beauty of driving an EV is in its smooth, silent operation, and the Polestar 2 is no exception. Actually, there is one exception. Electric cars tend to have fantastic throttle response, but the Polestar's is a bit dull. I suspect this is deliberate to stop people unintentionally rocketing off the line, but it does make the car feel a bit lethargic, and there's no sport mode to sharpen it up. Once rolling, however, this dual motor model is very, very quick, though it doesn't quite have the breathtaking punch of the more powerful Teslas, partly because it weighs a very substantial 2,113 kilograms, or about the same as an Audi Q7. Not that you'll be able to tell from the way it drives. Because all the weight is down low in the form of batteries, and electric motors are amazing at metering out power to improve traction, on a twisty road this dual motor 2 is seriously quick, like really fast hot hatch quick. Part of this capability is undoubtedly down to the clever optional Öhlins suspension, but these motorsport spec dampers are a strange choice in a car like this, as they provide a firm, focused ride. Not that the standard Polestar is much better in this department. As mentioned earlier, you can adjust the suspension, but you're going to need to get your hands dirty to do so, so will any owners actually bother? I suspect not. Overall though, the Polestar 2 drives really well, and its sporting ride makes more sense in this dual motor variant given its performance potential. Claimed range is 480 kilometres, however in the real world, and given Polestar recommends a maximum charge of 90% to extend battery life, you're probably looking at around 300 to 350 kilometres depending on your driving style. Polestars are bought online, and the purchase price includes 5 years of complimentary servicing, with intervals of 12 months or 20,000 kilometres. Warranty coverage is 5 years for the car and 8 years or 160,000 Ks for the battery. The Polestar 2 isn't perfect. Its packaging could be better, the driving experience could do with a couple of minor tweaks, and it would be nice to see some of that optional equipment become standard. Those options packs swell the price substantially, but in terms of style, technology and performance, the Polestar 2 wears its $90,000 odd price tag quite well. It's not necessarily the leader of the pack, but it is a welcome addition to Australia's growing EV offering. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the Car Sales channel, and leave us a comment down below with the cars you'd like to see us review.